Let's go. Motorcycles to be ridden. Get up. We gotta go to Meridian in the rain. There he is.
One of the hardest things on earth is to get a teenager out of bed.
Not want to be disturbed.
That's my son Dylan.
Meridian to
He
ride.
just turned 16. That's my cat Batman, one of 4 that I have to live with. We're all loaded up here, ready to go to Meridian OHV Park, or I think they call it Off-Highway Park, OHV Park. Anyway, it's a good sandy area with where you can ride when it's plenty muddy.
Fetch gear. Got to put stuff in it. It's official KTM.
You need to go get another one. There's not one for that side.
Probably a muddy day. We'll get poo down in there a little bit better. Can't ride that high. Gonna whip into Burger King. Eat breakfast of champions before we ride.
Want to speak? How may I help you?
I need 2 sausage and cheese sandwiches. No egg.
No egg?
No egg.
Another hazard of teenagers is you have to listen to rap all the damn time with them.
I've been sipping lean, trying to slow me down.
Flexing in my pocket from my hand to my boots. Here comes automatic, boy, just like my recruits. Stunting on you riders, it's a 7 deuce. Stunting on you riders, it's a 7 deuce. Yeah, life is just a blur. People tell me that it's so sick. I don't want the cure. I've been cursed with this blessing. I will not deter. Riding is my purpose, boy. I'm sure they tell. Got my pipe looking loud, nah, it ain't polite. When I pull up to the track, I got the best bike. Looking hard as fuck, I call that shit a Western bike. When I Instagram it, yeah, I'm getting hella likes. Spend more money on my bike than you gon' make it till you die. You probably gonna tell your friends your bike is tight as mine.
This is us rolling up the driveway to the Meridian Club. This is telling us that the trails are going to be ridden backwards from now on, and they've remarked them, and that's the official ride at your own risk sign.
Got to close the gate back.
These are 2 of our primary riding buddies, Chris Kelly and Kerry Newell. Kerry moved off to Atlanta, but he's back to ride with us at Meridian. You'll see Chris and Kerry in a minute. Chris is in the orange shirt.
Looks like it's going to be very wet.
You've been off 11 days, you might as well get something out of it. Today is day 9, I've still got 2 more. Because if I had to guess, you probably haven't done much.
You're on YouTube.
Well, I'm glad.
Good. It's good to be on YouTube.
I guess
We're the only idiots that came to ride
It will
this
not be
much more.
dusty.
the morning is early.
Will not be
The longer it goes, the more it rains.
This is the primary road leading out to the trails from the parking area. Dylan had to borrow a bike because his top end went out, or either his valves need readjusted. Something screwed up in his motor. He's on Paige Smith's bike. Thank you, Paige. And you can tell it's not quite warmed up yet. It still sounds a little fat. And this is kind of cutting across the entrance road to one of the main entrances to the park. This first section is real slippery, a lot of slippery roots, and you can kind of see them squirming around. The beauty of Meridian, though, is it doesn't really rut up. It's not typical Mississippi mud. If you ride in Mississippi or the South, you know that most of the time if it rains this much, you can't ride, but you can almost always ride Meridian. Meridian has a sand track, a big sand pit area that's fun to ride. Dylan kind of lays the bike over here and wrecks. This sand pit area has a whole bunch of tall cliffs and jumps and some logs that they put out there, some telephone poles, kind of practice enduro cross, and usually there's a cliff jump or two. This section here is a real good example of how it doesn't rut up. You can see how wet it is, but there's really not any ruts in the ground or nothing that really keeps you from, flowing. You don't get stuck and have to spin and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of a really unique place to ride. Look at all the water, but no ruts. That's Chris Kelly in the red up there. Got a lot of footage of him on this trip. For some reason, Carrie kept falling in behind Dylan, so I didn't get very much footage of Carrie. All this film that you're seeing is from Dylan's helmet camera. Mine didn't shoot a lot of good video because everybody ran off and left me, and it's just me going slow through the trail without anybody in front of me. So probably won't add any of my footage. May sneak some in. if I can find some worth watching. Look at that big hole Chris just went through. I guess that might qualify as a rut, but you notice he didn't get stuck or start spinning or anything. It's just splashy, not the kind that sticks on your bike and screws up your ride. This next section coming up here is a good example of Meridian. Come out on this kind of tight, twisty stuff, and then bust up onto a road that's got some whoopie-doos and water splashes in it. Then right back in the woods on kind of technical downhill, twisty stuff you'll see coming up. This is just kind of some tight stuff, and then come around here, a nice little uphill onto a wide open road where you can really go fast. Dylan opens it up a little bit right here. But it's got these little built-in whoopie-doos, breaking bump type whoopie-doos all throughout because it's made of sand mostly. A little wheelie right there. But then you come up on stuff like this, nice little technical drop off into the woods. You can't tell how steep this was. This is about 6 or 8 feet down right here. It doesn't look bad at all on the film, but it was a little gnarly. And then into some really tight enduro type woods right here. Had to slow down. I mean, Dylan would rather be flying, but anyway, it's a good cross section of wide open fast stuff with some sand whoops and stuff like that, and then nice tight trails. This is a trail called the MC Trail. It has a bunch of sand whoops in it, and I'm about to get into the whoops. You can tell there are a bunch of whoopie-doos in the woods right here. So I got off and filmed it so you could see kind of how they do. Some of them are deeper than others. I don't think we got any footage of the really deep ones. This next section coming up is a good example of those wide roads I was talking about with the deep sand whoops. You can hear Dylan's motor as it kind of bounces. He bounces off the sand whoops one after another. Go through this tight wood section out onto this. Hope y'all enjoyed the ride. Forgive my editing skills. trying to learn how to do all this and make a little bit more entertaining videos. Look forward to the next one. Thanks.